So my window's rough opening is 24 by 36, which is this 36 inches. Now I'm gonna account for the thickness of a 2x4 because I'm gonna rest it against the side here because the wood stove goes there and I don't have enough clearance. I will put some cement board on the side to help with the heat, but I'd rather be too far than too close and have my window melt. This is the 2x4 that's going to come here. It's an 1.5 inches actually, 2x4, but it's an 1.5 inches. So I can build my little box for my window. Wall's not load bearing, so I don't have to put jack studs, king studs, and the bracing. So I'll just do a frame once I'm nice and happy. Cut the OSB where the frame goes, and then we'll be able to pop the window in from the outside. Woodworking. The 24-inch level fits the 24-inch opening. Don't let me forget that. Right. Thank you for reminding me. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, let's open this up.
Oh, hey!
This concludes day 2 of the back wall for the garage. I'm going to stop here now for tonight. I want to put the Tyvek sheathing across everything, or fabric, tissue, cloth, which is the waterproofing, water resistant, water shedding membrane, because I want to fold it in the corners so that water won't infiltrate through the window or around the window. Plus this is facing northeast, give or take, so it's not very exposed to the elements. The majority of our wind, snow, rain comes west to east, so this backside is fairly protected from the elements from the get-go anyways. I'll get the Tyvek on tomorrow. Once the Tyvek is in, I'll screw the metal to the OSB to basically lock in the wall. It's already a lot sturdier than it was this morning, but to lock in the wall to the structure. The wall is crooked because the structure is crooked. There's not much we can do about that. And then I will be able to spray foam the inside and insulate. Also make sure that no critters can come in. There's a couple holes I need to seal. This drip edge is not the way I wanted to go, but it's the only thing they had on hand. And I didn't feel like driving an extra 45 minutes to go and get it this morning. with the price of gas and whatnot. So I'll have to deal with it. It's not bad. I don't mind it. I would have preferred one that's sat on the OSB and dripped down. So imagine, or like you're supposed to put on top of the windows, so the flashing comes on top and sheds the water away, and that way the OSB could have sat lower on the bottom plate. But all in all, it's not a big deal. It will work. It's better than what was there before. And now my dad's just leaving. And now I'm gonna have a window with some ventilation. The wood stove's gonna go here in the corner so it doesn't use as much space. We're gonna properly get the chimney to go through the wall and have a proper chimney. And tomorrow I'm also gonna cut open the top there in the middle to get an exhaust going so that we can exhaust hot air when the wood stove gets started. Sometimes if the wood's a little green, it tends to smoke a bit, so I want to be able to exhaust that outside. I only have a 7-inch because when I bought it, I thought I was going to have to work with those big metal wavy walls. So 7 inches is the largest that the flat portion is, and it's very hard to waterproof and water seal something that's wavy like that. So I wanted to cut it, put it in, and just seal it and caulk it around. But now I'm gonna go probably for 20-inch or 16-inch. It's just it's quite expensive right now. I already have the 7-inch, so I'm gonna install that for now. Maybe it'll be just fine. Hopefully we'll see, and then we'll go from there. And I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow once we're finalizing everything, and then I'll give you a little walk around from the inside. Stick around. Oh yeah. Car, you sit. This concludes the first part of the garage slash workshop upgrade. The back wall is almost completely done, at least good enough for me right now. There's still some little things I need to add. I need to come back, pre-drill, and then sink in a couple bolts, the type that you use to hold down metal roofs on houses and structures, to attach the OSB to the metal frame so that it's going to be as one and nice and solid. I completely forgot to put the window caulk before I put the window in. When I realized it was already taped and nailed, that side of the wall does not see a lot of the elements. I'm hoping it'll be fine with just a tuck tape, and I'll probably add some flashing on top of the window before I finish it. I'd love to finish it using boards and batten, but I want to use my own wood to save some money, but I'll have to wait until I have the sawmill for that. Next part in this garage upgrade series is going to be to create the bottom plate for the interior walls, clean every little inch and crannies, nooks and crannies, and then spray foam the whole perimeter of the shed to, one, prevent water infiltration again, because it seems that every spring when the snow melts, the garage floods, and floods. A lot of water came in to the point where it was a little bit of a panic mode trying to get everything lifted and dry. Or when there's a heavy rainfall, there is some water infiltration. What we did to try and waterproof actually worked. It works very well. I noticed there was some water that was getting back in, but it was not from the part where we had already sealed. It's just the bottom plate. There's a connection, and the whatever he had put to waterproof it previously is now dried and cracked. So I'll have to come back, scrape it off, and then reseal it. And then I'll do the other side, because the first side, that was the side that is most exposed to the elements, worked very well. Plus, it's fairly cost effective. And eventually I will do the front part. So I'll remove the metal door that swings on the wrong side right now, because when there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, an outward swinging door is not very practical. And I'd love to use just a regular door that has, like a house exterior door that has a nice window to let more natural light in. And I want to replace the garage door with a shed type roll door. So instead of coming inside and then staying in the way, it rolls up. So again, to try and maximize the interior space of the garage. The exterior slab measures 20 feet by 30 feet, so it's fairly large. It's a good size. And on the last part of the front wall, I want to add another window, so that I could open both windows, get a cross breeze, and not have to worry about so many bugs. I'm happy in the back that we were able to seal most of the entrances for the bugs and the mice. That was the second problem. Mice were coming in and they were destroying some of my stuff. My bucket full of shop rags was now more useful as pillow fillings or pillow stuffing than an actual rag. And they destroyed every sponge that I used to wash my car. Now it's all destroyed, which is unpleasant. The addition of the window and the exhaust also adds a nice cross breeze to try and keep the temperature down, because when the sun superheats the metal, it can easily reach 45 degrees Celsius, which is around 110, 115 degrees Fahrenheit. With no cross breeze, it's impossible to work in there if it's that hot. And in the winter, it was just crazy cold. So now we're gonna spray foam the bottom, build some half walls, have the full perimeter sheet with OSB, so I can put my tools and set myself up on the sides and start to use it as an actual workshop slash garage. And the good thing is I'm putting a lot of time and money into this garage, because eventually I want to build my giant workshop. And once that's built and I'm going to move over there, this is going to become the gym, the home gym for working out. So the fact that it's insulated, that I spent a lot of money to make it nice and comfortable, will not be wasted, because it'll be repurposed. And I'll be very excited to have my own home gym, because now that we're rural, the gym is not as close anymore. There is a gym at work, but when your commute is 45 to 50 minutes one way and you're working 12-hour shifts, to come in an hour early to do a workout is not as feasible as it used to be. I used to always get there an hour early, work out, shower, go work, and feel fresh and nice. But now getting up an hour earlier and have a 15-minute commute each way is kind of a bit too much. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, guys. The next part that should be coming out fairly soon will be the spray foaming. I bought a kit at the home store, and we'll figure out together how to do it. I just want to make sure that I do it in one continuous shot, because I've read that once you start using it, if you stop, it'll probably dry up and not work anymore. So I want to make sure that I can use the whole can and not waste any of that product, because it is quite pricey. You can enjoy the fire, enjoy the view. I hope you have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.